Hey guys! So I thought I would do a little update. I know most of you know, well, I think most of you know that I'm in the process of trying to relactate. And so far so good. I've been doing it for a little bit over 2 weeks now. And I'm getting about, in the last day, I'm getting about 3 ounces of breast milk. Well, it's up to 3 ounces of breast milk. Sorry for that. I'm going to warn you now, you probably hear that quite often, that loud beeping noise. They're testing the fire alarms in our apartment building. So, I've been doing it for just over 2 weeks. It was 2 weeks just this past Thursday. And, God, my eyebrows look so, off. It must be the lighting or something. And my dreadlocks don't want to stay down. Anyways, okay, so that really doesn't matter. Not the point of the video. So, I started off by taking fenugreek, starting to take fenugreek again, and then it was recommended to me by a Leche League leader to actually take domperidone, which is a prescription medication that's actually supposed to help with stomach problems and I guess digestive problems. Not quite sure exactly what it's supposed to be used for, but it's supposed to help increase your milk supply too. So I actually went to my doctor's almost a week after I started trying to relactate, and got a prescription for that, started taking that. And at first, when I first started trying to relactate, I was using my pump. I was pumping every hour for a good maybe 10-15 minutes, and I was getting nothing. So by the time it hit maybe, I'm gonna say 4 days into it, I was getting maybe a couple drops for the whole day, maybe, not even. And then gradually it worked its way up. I found that taking domperidone, I found a big huge difference in that, and it started to help with my milk production. And I also found out I'm anemic too, so I've been taking my prenatals, which this is just the Life brand, so it's like a no-name brand, I guess you could say. That's what I'm taking now, prenatals. Nothing spectacular in that department. Life brand again, vitamin D. And then I'm taking this, which is the iron therapy for anemia. And then I'm taking fenugreek. So I don't actually take the recommended amount because my research was telling me that, well, when I was reading about trying to relactate, is they say that you should be taking more than the recommended amount. And I read this quite a bit. So usually you take about 3 times a day. So you're taking about 6 a day. And I'm taking about 9. So 3 times a day. No. Did that make sense? 3 at each meal, kinda. Okay, whatever. Hopefully that makes sense. So I'm taking that, fenugreek, and oh my gosh, do I smell like maple syrup. It makes you smell like maple syrup, or I think it also kind of smells like celery salt sometimes, depending on if I'm sweating too. A mixture of sweating and the fenugreek smell makes me smell like celery salt. I know, very odd. It's the new perfume, didn't you know? Anyway, so, and then I decided, because I had been reading too about taking blessed thistle, which is supposed to help make the fenugreek work better too. And it actually says on the bottle to increase appetite, which is another thing that you have to do while you're trying to breastfeed, is eat tons. And I found I've had I've tripled the amount of, sorry, I have to play with him while I'm doing this, triple the amount of food intake and water intake, and I found that has helped as well, which I'm very not used to. Oh, buddy. Someone's teething. So yeah, I've been doing that. Look, who's that? Huh? Give yourself a dirty look, why don't ya? We're cranky today. Like his little mullet in the back. It's a little patch of hair. Anyways, okay, so enough about him. As much as I know everybody wants to know about him. Oh, I don't even know where I was talking. Oh yeah, like water intake, food intake, up it. Oatmeal is supposed to be really good, so I've been eating oatmeal for breakfast. And can you see yourself taking? Yes, you can. Says Mom, just shut up. So that's that. And so far, with a full days of pumping, which is pumping about every 2 hours for about 20 to 30 minutes, I get about, well, yesterday I got about 3 ounces for a full day. And that's pretty good for been doing this for just over 2 weeks. And I started off with nothing. So slowly but surely, which is kind of exciting, I will admit. And he's eating his Curious George. You eating your Curious George? It is exciting, and I've given him my breast milk. And we haven't had any reactions or anything. I haven't noticed any difference in him. No rashes or anything like that, because before we have a concern with his dairy allergy and soy allergy, which I have eliminated from my diet. I haven't done it long enough to totally get out of my system, but so far for the last 2 weeks I haven't had any dairy products or any soy products, which is hard work because everything has soy, and a lot of times they use soy oil, so I'm sorry about the beeping. Hopefully you can hear me. Anyway, so that's how our relactating is going. I highly doubt that he'll go back to the breast. He's been on bottles pretty much since being in the NICU for the first week of his life. I have tried to offer my breast for comfort measures when he's trying to soothe himself before he goes to sleep, and he sucked on it once and he's gagged and didn't want to have anything to do with me. So that was kind of sad. I was like, oh, I'm rejected. But I mean, hey, it's not much I can do about it. So yeah. So that's how that is going. I'm hoping to get up to par with what he needs to eat. If not, I don't mind still supplementing with his Neocate formula, as long as he's still getting at least some breast milk from me. It's not the end of the world. So as long as he's happy, right? So yeah, I pump about every 2 hours now. I probably should be doing it every hour still, but with him being cranky and teething a lot and being really needy, I kind of can only get away with doing it every 2 hours. Next week with Dustin being home, I hate being in an apartment for this reason. Okay. So Dustin's going to be home all next week, so I'm going to see if I can pump for every hour and try to get at least 2 pumping sessions in between 1 a.m. and 5 a.m. because that's when you create more breast milk, and if I can get those 2 pumping sessions in, I might be able to increase my supply, which will help so much for that. Get the Curious George. You can get it. And he's throwing himself back now. Okay, what else before we go? Running out of time. Oh, I rented a hospital grade pump, the Symphony, which is great power suction compared to my pumping style, but pumping just doesn't work for me either. So I'll pump for the first 10 minutes and then I hand express for the next 10 minutes, and I can hand express more than what my pump can actually get out. I can actually spray breast milk when I hand express. So okay, we're gonna go. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below like normal, or send me a personal message, whichever you prefer. And yeah, so I'm hoping to relactate and get back up to what he needs to eat. And yeah, wish us luck. because this is tons of hard work, but it's worth it. So anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.